The year may have changed, but it seems, at least in IndyCar land, and particularly talking about the IndyCar schedule, the more things will continue to change. The understanding that I have come to today, per multiple industry insiders, is that there are major schedule changes once again coming for the 2021 NTT IndyCar Series. Now, before we go any further, I have to stress that this is a rumor. This is not confirmed information as we sit right now. But again, like I'm saying, this has been talked about quite a bit today within industry circles. It has been confirmed to me via multiple independent industry sources. I'm pretty confident in this report, and this is why I'm going public with this information, which is that it appears that the St. Petersburg Grand Prix, which is scheduled to be the IndyCar season opener in March, will be delayed for the second year in a row. And while on the surface that may seem like it is bad news, it doesn't seem to be nearly as drastic as it was last year. These are the two proposed schedules that are my understanding of how the schedule may go. The first would be a simple rescheduling of just St. Petersburg. So Barber Motorsports Park would move to be the season opener on April 11th. St. Petersburg, which I understand from multiple sources, the date they are looking at currently would be to move St. Petersburg to April 18th. That's, I believe, at this point, solid information. The question would be Barber, whether it would be the season opener. And I heard from another source, which would apparently move Barber back a week. So St. Petersburg would continue to be the season opener on April 18th, and Barber would then move to April 25th in between St. Petersburg and Texas, the doubleheader, which would take place, of course, on May 1st and the 2nd. Now, obviously, this begins a laundry list of question marks. The number one reason, of course, or the number one question I would have is why? Because certainly, if you would think this is pandemic related, you would question why this race was run pre-vaccine last year with fans. So I do have a couple of theories on to why this may be happening. And I think it has a lot more to do with the scheduling, with the elimination of the Long Beach Grand Prix, or at least moving it back to the season finale. So what happened, appears to me, is that IndyCar looked at their schedule, and looked at the state of the world, and realized that they have a very large gap between St. Petersburg, the first race, and the second race, Barber. So again, this is completely my opinion. I believe they looked at this and saw an opportunity to condense the schedule a little bit. Maybe, I don't know if it would save the teams money, but I guess it would, in the sense that if you have a shorter season, even if it's potentially more travel in a shorter span, that helps you in a couple of ways. Number one way is that you don't have to bring all the employees into your shop earlier, and I suppose in an unfortunate sense, you don't have to pay as many employees as long under a shorter season. The other thing I think is a promotional consideration, which would be that, and rightly so, by the way, is that if you run in St. Petersburg in March, and then you take a month off and run Barber, and then take, for all intents and purposes, another month off, and then run Texas in May, and then into the Indy GP and Indy 500, you're not really building up much hype for your biggest race. So in some ways, again, assuming that this is the plan, it's not a horrible idea, I don't think, to delay St. Petersburg and Barber. Again, you know, this was the thing when I started hearing this. My mind immediately went to pandemic, which says, you know, again, just really made me scratch my head, because thinking about it from the perspective of where we were in October versus where we may be in March, I don't think things are going to be much different. And I think in a lot of ways with the vaccine distributing network. I don't know why I'm blanking on that word. With the distributing of the vaccine by that point, certainly it's not going to be at that 80% number that seems to be where everyone is landing on, to where things can be normal. But certainly there's going to be more vaccines in the world than there would be in October. So the question of a coronavirus factor here definitely confused me. I had heard some people float the opinion of a national lockdown potentially. Again, that's something that Joe Biden himself has said that he's not going to do. And even if he did do it, DeSantis, the governor in Florida, has said he wouldn't abide by that anyway. So it almost has to be this is an IndyCar decision. Now, again, it's a street race with St. Petersburg, which is, again, just a logistical nightmare, and probably why we're hearing this right now. I mean, this was the first day that everybody essentially got back to work in the racing industry in 2021, so it makes sense that they would have to start moving fast on this. Again, St. Petersburg, the city, that's like the saintly city of racing at this point, as far as I'm concerned. If they delay a street race 2 years in a row and manage to get it going 2 years in a row with relative ease, I mean, amazing promotion, amazing job by the promoters in St. Petersburg with Andretti. Now I certainly don't envy the teams, because I think this is going to make things the workload for the team members a lot harder. But again, logistically, it actually makes a little bit of sense from the perspective of St. Petersburg, if assuming that's the season opener, and then you go to Barber. Both of those races are in the south, as well as Texas, though that's much further away. Theoretically, you've got a bit of a swing there. And again, with the elimination of Long Beach, it makes that maybe logistically a little bit easier, at least from a budgeting standpoint, for the teams. So I don't know. Again, this is a rumor. So, watch me get crucified if this doesn't end up happening. But the people who were saying this to me are people that I completely trust to be in the know about these sort of things, and they would not steer me wrong, so to speak. It is disappointing, certainly, that potentially you've got the season being delayed another month. But at the same time, if it means that things go a little bit more smoothly, and certainly I think this is more, Roger Penske, I think, looking out for the teams and looking out for the series and trying to do what's best for everybody involved. And a tighter, more compressed schedule, while, again, it's difficult on the people involved in the sport, it's good from a promotional aspect, from a momentum aspect. And in these years where things are going to be tight for the next couple of years, maybe that's the direction that they need to go for a couple of years. So, yeah, 2021 looking like it's going to get off a little bit rocky, but at the very least, we have all the experience from 2020 to know kind of the expectations that this is not only a possibility, but it seems like something that is going to keep happening for at least this year to come. Again, have to stress, it's a rumor, but it's a rumor that I trust. So we'll have to wait for the full details to come out when they come out. For those of you who are watching this video today, I've got a live stream coming with Colton Herta on DL Live, which is my live streaming channel, where we're going to be watching the second race of the Road America doubleheader from 2020. So be sure to head over to that channel. The link will be in my community tab on YouTube, and subscribe for more. It's weird that I'm technically kind of breaking something on this channel for once. Yeah, not just kind of reacting to news. But hey, maybe we'll get a few more scoops as 2021 rolls on. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube, and I will see you in the next video.